In my country, after somebody dies, there's a funeral, and then after the funeral, we just gather around the whole family and we eat together. Across the table in front of me, there were just some kids. There were some I don't know, they were 5-year-old children. They didn't know each other. They were some, far cousins. So what are they gonna bond on? They start just saying some brain rots, some Italian brain rots. I'm not gonna say them because these people just were bonding over some brain rots. I'm like, every time I watch some content, I'm turning into one of them. Into this, just influenced by these brain rots things. I see their mind as this, just a black hole. And I see my brain as the same as them. Every time I just consume content, every time I consume something, it influences me in a way, the same way they were influenced. Maybe not to such a degree, but maybe. So I am very mindful of the things that I consume, because I don't wanna turn to such a robot as this dude across the table. Like, he was 5 years old, maybe more, but it's crazy that my 5-year-old son wouldn't really have much access to internet, YouTube, and these brain rots. And this 5-year-old dude is just, I'm not gonna call him names, but he just has no brain. And I know that every time I watch content, every time I consume content, and I mean entertainment, some bad stuff, it eats my brain as well. It's like a black hole that just sucks in my brain and makes it less capable. So I'm very mindful of the things that I consume, because I know that I'm influenced by every little thing that enters my eyes and my ears. I know that I'm influenced by these things, even subconsciously, even if I'm consciously just, okay, yeah, this is just a stupid video. Alright, so why are you watching this then? These things influence me whether I want it or not. So I must just not watch it. So I must just not watch this entertainment shit, because I know that it just eats my brain. I remember I was listening to some sad song, and my brother was like, and I myself was like, nah, this song puts you in a bad mood. But it wasn't enough. I was like, oh, it's fine. But then my brother is like, no, like, you really shouldn't listen to this song. Like, it's really bad for you. Like, you really shouldn't listen to it. And even though it hurt, I was like, nah, I'm gonna still leave it. But then I was like, no, I actually must delete this song from my playlist. Because even though it's nice, even though you love the song, it influences you in a very bad way. In a very bad way. And in that moment, I just deleted the song, even though it hurt me so fucking much because I loved it. But my brother and my conscience, or just me, I knew that this song was bad. They were true. They were right that this song just influenced me in a bad way. And I deleted it even though it hurt me. And the same with cutting junk food. It feels so nice, I know. It's so fucking tasty. But bro, is it detrimental. It's such a bad thing. Even though it tastes well, even though it's amazing, it's so fucking detrimental to you. And I see every bit of entertainment, every bit of brain rot as that junk food that you eat. As something that will set you back. Even though, okay, I can be eating 80% clean, that 20% is gonna make it its way, is gonna eat the 80%. That's how junk food works. It's not like you can eat 80-20 and you're gonna be fine. No, it doesn't work like this. So why would it work the same way? Why wouldn't it work the same way when it comes to watching entertainment? Why don't I just watch 100% of the productive and 100% of the good stuff? Like, the only two things that I watch on YouTube are self-improvement and about God. These are the only two things that I watch on YouTube. There's no 80%, 20%, like 80% of the good stuff, 20% of the Mr. Beast stuff. that eats your fucking brain. 20% of the scrolling on shorts. On some brain rots. Bonding with some dude like no common language. But just this brain rot. I remember when I was a kid and when I was meeting some new people, we weren't bonding over that shit. We were bonding over sports. This dude told me that he ran 1 kilometer under 3 minutes, and I didn't believe him, and I still don't believe him. But we were bonding over sports. We were bonding over just playing some games like hide and seek. We were bonding over that shit, not Italian brain rots. Because we, as kids, weren't so influenced by these just fucked up things, by this entertainment. I haven't gotten a phone until I was, I don't know, like 6. I mean, then I just had my phone to call my parents. Before I also had a phone to call my parents and for nothing else. I wasn't so influenced by these things, but I see these children, these infants, you could say. These fucking 2-year-olds or 1-year-olds still with a pacifier in their mouth. They can't speak, they can't walk, they are in this, I don't know how it's called, but they can't fucking walk, they can't speak, and they are holding their phones. And their parent is just walking them. While these kids are staring at the phone with plastic pacifier, which fucking eats their testosterone, or like, this is so fucking bad. And I know that I am influenced the same way these kids are. And the same way these kids have their brains like cheese. Like, imagine this cheese with holes. This is the brain of this child. But this is involuntary. They can choose their parents. They can choose whether their parents give it to them or not. And they don't know what is good or bad. The thing that they want might not be good, but they will be like, I want it, so it's good. We are grown-ups now. And we know that even though we want something, it might not be good. So now we actually have the ability, and now we actually have the chance to choose for ourselves the better thing. We are not just kids that run on autopilot and do whatever our adults tell us. Our parents tell us. No. Now we are the parents, we choose ourselves what we will give to the kid of our brain. I'm not gonna give the kid of my brain this phone, this brain rot on the phone, because digital stuff is alright. Digital stuff is fine, and my kid must be aware. But some brain rots? But some fucking entertainment bullshit? Is this something that I'm gonna feed my brain? To just poke even more holes in it. It was being destroyed for years of my life. I was destroying it. Whether I knew it or not, we could debate that. Probably I knew it, after some time I did. But now I have full responsibility for my brain. In the same way I wouldn't give my own child this bullshit, I'm not gonna give my own brain this bullshit. I'm just gonna treat myself and my brain as a child. I would love to ask myself a question. Would you allow your children or your child to watch this? Would you allow your child to do this? And why? If so, then why? And this gives me just so many answers. So I just treat my brain as if it was a different person. Because it makes it so clear that you should do something or you shouldn't do something. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I just encourage you to be mindful of the things that you consume the way that I am. To not have this cheese brain. If you stayed till the end, I really appreciate you. And have a good day, dude.